Bloodwolf Arts Studio. Unleash the artist within.
Welcome to Bloodwolf Arts Studio. So today I'm talking about the next poem in my series of my collection of poetry, The Season of Life, Autumn, is my next poem titled My Secret Prayer. This one was written on June 3rd of 2011, not too much after the last one I wrote. And this poem was something that came out as an expression of, the title is pretty much covers it up, covers it and sums it up pretty good, that this poem is essentially what my prayer looked like every single day. I would say my prayers every single day, and one day I don't know, I felt like I wanted to put that in poem format, kind of just express what that looked like for me. And my prayers basically were like this, very particular, organized, kind of in a similar format. I don't know, I suppose it gave a kind of consistency for me and really demonstrated a lot of importance on the way I thought about things, the way I thought about life. And I would start every prayer just sitting there focusing on God's Spirit, and then I would, feel into, and then I would focus on praying for other people, and then I would pray for things I thought other people needed, or any kind of thing. And then I would focus on myself, and of course I was always praying for getting married, that the person that I was supposed to marry would come into my life somehow. And in the DCCS, the teachings on getting married is that there's someone out there for you that's basically always supposed to be the person you're with. It's like it's foreordained, and it's like God says there's a person for you, and before you come here, then you and this other person made an agreement to come into this life and get married and have children. And so I would pray for that. But just in general, I guess the thing that comes to mind is this poem really just embodied what my prayers looked like every day. And it was something that I'm sure it's not an uncommon struggle for anybody who has any kind of spiritual practice of any sort. I struggled with it. I struggled to have daily prayers, and I remember thinking, man, I wish I could just be consistent. And that was one of my big struggles, I felt like, was my prayers, and just being consistent in it, and wanting to make sure I was praying the way I was supposed to be praying, and that I was, covering all my bases, I guess. And quite frankly, it was something that really wore me. It really bored me. It was really exhausting and so repetitive, and I really got tired of a lot of time. And that's where I'd kind of give myself excuses at the time. I'm like, well, I'm just like, I don't feel like it tonight. And then afterwards, I'd be like, man, I should have prayed, yada yada yada. But yeah, this poem was really just a pretty straightforward idea of what my prayers looked like every single day. It's the way I was taught to pray, and that's how it stuck with me. And I don't remember exactly, specifically what it was that made me write this, but I feel like it had something to do with, just reflecting on the time. I feel like it had something to do with kind of solidifying that, expressing that, putting it out there, I guess, kind of, because it was a part of my life, and it was something I did every day, something I felt like was important for me to do every day. And well, technically 2 or 3 times a day according to the structure. Pray in the morning, pray at night, and then pray sometime midday. Just anchor that in, and make sure I'm always praying. But I suppose the title "My Secret Prayer" came out because I guess it's just one of those things you don't really talk about a lot. It's like, it's my prayer. It's my prayer to God, the divine, and so that's how it came out. I felt like I wanted to express my secret prayer. So that's a little bit of the background of that, and a bit of the significance that always was for me. So stay tuned for after this short video part here. I'll be having the reading there posted. It'll also be posted up on my TikTok at Mr. Moonlight Rhyme. So you can also look down in the description of my video for a link to my books. They're available on Amazon, and the links are just right down there. Volume 1 Autumn, Volume 2 Winter, and remember to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and subscribe to my Facebook, and follow me on TikTok. So that sums everything about up. So thank you for stopping by and tuning in, and welcome to my side of the moon.
My Secret Prayer
By Aaron Brown.
Every day I kneel in prayer, asking for the same. I call His name and then begin to ask things in His name. Before I begin to speak, though, I wait for a moment to feel, thinking about His Spirit until I'm sure that it's for real. Then begin I to thank the Lord for that of which I have. I pray for others until I feel they have what they need have. Then I stop and ponder, thinking of what I might need. I ask for understanding of that in which I do plan to read. I also ask with hope sincere, that which I truly must feel it, an understanding of a number one must, even to know His dear Spirit. In the final end I ask for that which I hope I might, even a person with whom I did promise, before I did take on my flight. Finally, when I think I'm done, I pause for a moment to feel anything more I might need ask according to my dear Father's will. Ending my prayer with Amen, my day does start or do end, or even a trial in which it might have tried to make my faith bend. Whenever I go through a time, an experience causing a fray, I always think of Mother and Father, and even my dear Grandpa Ray. They always have inspired me, fulfilling what the Lord did say, helping me and guiding me on to live on more fully each day.